Today we are ranking every single Chapter 5 Season 2 item in Fortnite. Alright, so we're going through an S tier to a didn't use tier. And starting off, we are going with the Ares Assault Rifle. For me personally, I think this was an S tier weapon. The amount of damage that it could do, I think the Warforged was great. With the medallion combination, the little bit of extra damage, I mean, you can't ask for more than that. Also, going into the S tier as well, the mythics were evenly split. I would say the Serbia shotgun was amazing. At first, I did not like it. The 3 shots I thought was just the dumbest thing in the world, but it grew on me so much, and you could do so much with the shotgun and did so much damage. Zeus's DMR, very mid for me. Not the biggest fan of it. Not the biggest fan of a DMR in general ever in Fortnite. But it was okay. If you hit your shots with it, it wasn't bad, but I think it was very mid. The Hades SMG, definitely B tier. If it would have been a burst, that would have just been insane. But I do think it's a B tier weapon. It could do some major damage, but if it was a burst, I think it would have been better. Not gonna lie, I don't think I picked up the Midas drum gun at all when it was in the game, so we're just putting it in the didn't use category. I also did not use the Wookiee blaster. That's going to make it easy. Just put it in didn't use. I didn't care to use it. I don't ever care to use the Star Wars stuff. Going into the regular weapons now, I loved the Warforged. I thought it was the greatest AR in the game over the other two with the attachments that you could put on it. I thought it was great. The Nemesis, not going to lie, shot too slow for me, and honestly, I forgot it was even in the game. Not gonna lie to you, it was okay if you got a scope on it, but much rather would have the Warforged and the TAC AR. That just not even good. Not good at all. Shot way too slow. Did not do enough damage. I would never pick this up over either ARs in the game. Moving on to the shotguns, we have the Frenzy Auto shotgun now. I think it was good. I think it was a great shotgun. Still one of the top tiers. But I don't know if it was the greatest shotgun this season. Truly, I do not know if it was the greatest shotgun this season. It was still great. Still did some major damage when you needed it to. But I just don't know if it was that great. Moving on to the hammer pump. Never been a fan of this. I think it's not good at all. I only picked it up maybe a few times, and that was when I needed just a shotgun off drop. And I don't think it's good. I don't think it's a great shotgun at all. D tier for sure. Moving on to the Gatekeeper, I think it was the best shotgun in the game. I did not like it at first, but once I started using it more and added in the 5 shots with the drum mag, I thought it was the best shotgun in the game. The amount of damage that you could do was just insane to me. It was just wild. The shotgun was great, truly. Moving on to the Burst SMG, I think this gun was great, truly. That's an S tier for me, no question. I would pick it up over any AR, 100%. Even if it didn't have a scope, just for secondary swapping, you could just do so much damage. And from far away, it shot like an AR, so an easy S tier for me. Moving on to the Hairbinger, I don't even know if that's how you say it. That just shows how much I picked this up. It was okay, but I don't think it was nothing special. I mean, I would take a common burst over a gold one of these. I'm not even trolling. I don't think that shotgun was that great. Moving on to the pistols, low key A tier. I'm not gonna lie to you, the pistols fry. The pistols have fried this season. You put a scope on it, you get some attachments. The gun is just godly. So I think it's A tier for sure. The hand cannon also kind of grew on me. I've never been a big hand cannon user, but I put a scope on it and I thought it was great. When you have the scope, you could hit some crazy shots with it. And I thought overall, I thought it was a great weapon for this season. Moving on to the DMR, D for DMR because I think this thing's trash. Why do we keep adding DMRs into the game that are just so terrible? I could not understand the bullet drop. It made no sense to me. Moving on to the sniper, easy S tier, no question. Arguably the best gun in the game if you can hit your shots. I mean, if I had a sniper in my inventory, I felt like I could win any fight. no matter the health that I had. It was just insane. The sniper this season, I hope it stays for next season. It was just, this is the best sniper of all time. I'm not even joking. Moving on to the drum gun, I thought it was okay. I picked it up a few times. It did good damage. It definitely could fry. I would have rather preferred a burst SMG, but I definitely liked it over the other SMG that was in the game. But it was okay. Just pretty mid to me. The Zeus lightning bolts. I rarely use these, but going off of how they were used against me, I think they were okay. A little bit overpowered, but once you knew how to counter it, you could easily snipe kids or just do damage to them. So I think the first week, these things would have been an S tier. Towards the end, I think they were kind of C or D tier, not going to lie to you. Recently added, we're going through all of the avatar stuff, and starting off with airbending. Honestly, it was pretty good, I'm not going to lie. I didn't really pick it up too much when it first came out, and I started using it more and more, and you could get some serious speed with that. So I really enjoyed it. Overall, I thought it was a great item being added into the game. The firebending, I used it literally one time, and I'm judging off this one time because it was cheeks. It was terrible. I did not understand. It was bad. That's just, there's no enough said. It was bad. The earthbending is an easy B tier for me, especially for zero build, because the rock walls that you put up in front of you reminded me of the ice walls, which I really enjoyed. But overall, I thought it was great. You could also throw them at people, which I thought was pretty interesting. I never really did that too much, but for cover purposes, I thought it was great. Going on to the water bending, oh my. If we had to take it out of the game tier, please, could we have that? Because this is just insane. It is just one of the craziest things ever added into Fortnite. It just fried. It literally fried. It was the most insane item of the season, truly. Going on to the medallion, we have the Hades one with the siphon, and I thought it was great. It could help you get out of some sticky situations. I really enjoyed it. Not as much as I didn't really like the SMG as much, but the medallion itself was great. I always pick the medallion up. I thought it was a great medallion. And this is a no-brainer. I mean, how could it not be S tier, right? The Cerberus medallion with the dashes, gaining dashes however many seconds. I mean, easy S tier, easy mobility. One of the coolest items ever added into the game. Zeus's medallion is going to go into D tier because the extra speed was nice, but that jump boost got me killed way more times than it helped me when I was trying to throw shockwaves at my feet, and I did not enjoy it at all. If it was just a speed one, it honestly would have been, it probably would have been an A. But with the jump effect there, easy D tier. Moving on to the Ares medallion, and I would say, honestly, I never really noticed much of a difference, but I thought it was okay. I thought it was good. I thought it was cool. So I think it's B tier. Nothing too crazy, nothing trash. But yeah, I'll put it B tier. I figured we'd add these. These bananas, honestly, were kind of good. I really liked the mobility that you could get from them, and the extra speed boost was nice. They have the same effect as the Zeus medallions, but I felt like I remember eating the banana. Sometimes I forget I'd have the Zeus medallion. I wouldn't even pick the Zeus medallion up. So the banana, honestly, I thought was great. Easy heals, super cool. When you could pick up 4 of them, I also thought that was great too. The Chain of Hades. Hear me out. Did not use these for the first, 90% of the season. I'm not even trolling. A tier. Those things were insane. Being able to just snatch someone out of the air and the amount of damage it did close range, because when I would get hit from him, I'd just be lagging around and I couldn't even shoot him. I would be 250 health, have a kid one shot, he'd start hitting me with the chains, and I just couldn't do anything. So I think they were easy A tier. Very fun item to use. Gonna be sad when they're gone for sure. The wings. Hear me out. The wings, absolutely garbage if you were trying to use them. But if other people were using them, and you were shooting that player, I would love to put that into S tier because it was easy beams. It was free beams. I killed Nick A30 because he used the wings. So I love them. I love shooting players using the wings, but I did not like to use these at all. I thought those things were trash. I figured we would add these in just because, they're obviously items in the game. Shockwaves, easy S tier, best mobility in the game, no question about it. So goated. Love shockwaves. If you have a full stack of those, I mean, it's insane. Moving on to the shield bubbles. Low-key kind of grew on me once I started to use them a little bit more. I thought they were really cool. I liked how they were very small and compact because you could easily play off that, take nice peeks with them. And they honestly made for good cover for late games. Last but not least, we have porta bunkers. I still enjoy porta bunkers. I think they're awesome. Definitely an easy A tier, especially for zero build. Builds probably like a C. I mean, you don't really need them, but zero build, they're so awesome. They're so clutch. I would say they're probably an A tier for me. And that's going to wrap it up. What do you guys think of my list? What did I rate too high? What did I rate too low? Let me know down in the comments.